wouldn't return for 20 years. And by then, he would be alone and destitute. Well, the obvious loophole was that if he didn't leave, the prophecy couldn't be fulfilled, right? And so he feigned madness, so they wouldn't even ask him to go. So he wouldn't be held to his oath. But he was asked, and he was held to his oath. And so he and his ships followed Agamemnon and Menelaus out of the harbor. There was to be a gathering at Aulis, where the ships would sail northeast to Troy to make the Trojans answer for Helen. But Odysseus, in his cleverness, had other uses. He was not going north, but east, to the island of Scyros. Rumor had it that one who would end the war was hiding out there, a young man by the name of Achilles. And now, we're caught up to our current timeline. Achilles is on Scyros, from episode 145, and the mustering of the troops to sail east. The recruitment effort will continue, and when we catch up with Agamemnon and Menelaus in a few weeks, we'll see things not surging ahead, but stalling out. And when you have 1,000 ships, and many times that number and restless and violent ancient world heroes, Agamemnon starts to think that he'll do anything to get that wind moving again, so they can continue sailing east. If you'd like to support the show, beyond leaving a review or telling a friend, there's also a membership thing on the site. For less than the price of a $90, 2-foot-tall Danny DeVito cardboard cutout, you can get extra episodes, source-back ebooks, and ad-free versions of the show that are maybe well told enough to make you feel like there's a 2-foot-tall mythological creature in the form of Danny DeVito scurrying around your house. But if you're looking for that particular experience, you should probably spring for the $90 cutout. Check out support.mythpodcast.com for more info on the membership. The creature this time is Lignapaste from Ireland. As we all know, St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland. And he did a great job, too. To this day, no snakes in Ireland. He kind of wrapped up a little too soon, though, because while there are no snakes on Ireland, there is still a dragon on Ireland. After St. Patrick died, Lignapaste, which literally means last of the serpents or last of the dragons, figured the coast was clear. He slunk out of his cave, wrapped himself around a hill, and whenever he wanted a snack, he'd just pop into a nearby village and eat a peasant or 12. Or if he really wanted to treat himself, he'd swing by a nearby farm and eat a cow. Life was good. Soon, the people started bringing him stuff, like sacrifices to keep him there and satiated, which was just so nice. It was like Uber Eats if all they brought you was terrified live animals. One time, after a fun afternoon of spewing fire and poison around the countryside, the dragon was sitting around his hill when a funny little guy in a rough tunic came up with 3 rods. The man nodded and said he was Saint Moreau. The dragon said he had been in his cave for, a millennia, give or take, so he didn't know what a saint was, but he bet he knew why the strange little man